Shit, I'm tired. Hello, hello. It's been a long ass time. Let's start it with a banger now. I still have her to shard. I think by the end of the season I can shard her. We got Walpurgis Night, but we got a few more days before the season ends. Alright. So we still have some time after the Walpurgis Night banner releases. Then we're gonna be sharding her. About the event characters, I don't know if I'll be able to shard him, honestly. And I kinda not been playing Envy Charge Resonance at all. It's kind of a more of a bandit thing, if I'm honest. But yeah. Did it not add a function here? Oh, there it is. You need to hold. Got it. Off stream, I did got some characters here, like her, which is pretty cool. I didn't level her at all. I noticed that if you actually just like pressing and scrolling like I'm doing, it's gonna change thing. Like if you just scroll your mouse scroll, you just don't select anything here when you like press and scroll, you know. I think that's a new issue that it actually came with the new update. But oh well, it's kind of annoying. Anyway, yeah, off stream I did some tiny little bit of grinding here and there. I did skip a lot of weekly missions. And I also got one big surprise. Yeah, I was planning to shard her originally because she's a very vital character for a team composition. But I ended up actually pulling her. Which it's a very welcome surprise. Hasn't been doing anything too crazy here in my account, but because Limbus is just like that, you know, you play it once in a while to have fun, and yeah, or you do weeklies and log off and call it a day, you know. What's up, big boy? What's up, no? Anyways, I did like tiny little bit of progression, but yeah, the Rupture team, I need to upgrade him. And then I need a very vital piece to actually make the Rupture team work, which unfortunately I don't have it. This one. I need this Eagle to actually make Rupture doable, like actually possible to play Rupture and inflict count and potency properly. But I don't have like any Eagle that is very useful for a Rupture team. Not Eagle, sorry, character. I'm really tired right now. Wait, look at my company on friends. Yeah, cool, yes. Anyway, so yeah, Ratio Pack will branch adapt. I don't know if we'll actually shard him next season because we're gonna get the anniversary ticket, right? And it's after few months later of the Kento 10 or Intervallo release, you know. Then I can probably select him, but again, we probably might get some season 7 characters here for free. So I might use it to get the middle big brother. He will still be relevant after months later, but anyway. No, see like how much I progress? Bro, you're a battle pass player. Like, what reaction do I want me to say? Like, what kind of progression on one is show me a damn account that it's not. Yeah, like. It's not this one. Hello. Is it this one? Nah. I think it's someone else. Let's see. Man, do I even have active players? Oh, I do. Well, they're actually logging in. No, don't let this one. Which one? Oh, this one is a banger. Oh, this is the new one, right? I don't have that one. Oh, I think this one. Yeah, Battle Pass player. Like, I'm not even surprised. Yeah, House of the Spider. Still though, I need to actually shard the skeleton later. Oh my god. I actually will have to play him later in the future. Burnty, it's not very viable without Sinclair later. I mean, if you use the thumb identities, it's kind of a burn team, but not really. Oh yeah, now that I have her, I actually can make an actual good burn team here that can inflict a lot of burn and proc a lot of the magic bullet, dark magic here. Dark flame. This is actually pretty good. I got every idea this season beside LCO this. Yeah, cool, just keep playing. Like, it's not even a challenge anymore if you bought the battle pass. Yeah. I actually can do a pretty solid burn team. In my case, I'll have to switch this one. It depends. Let me see the burn count. She's not gonna be on the field here, so yeah, Gregor, we need magic bullet, then skincare, Philip, I guess. Him probably. I mean, his burn application is decent because you cannot lose burn at all, so it's pretty good. Yeah, he's still pretty useful for burn team, but skincare Philip will be great. So 3 core members here: skincare Philip, maybe Rodion here, I don't know, her, and maybe him. I think he is a pretty good option. He can heal sanity with his passive, pretty amazing unit, and I will also need him with a Philip skincare. So Foss, it's... will she actually lose her viability of being like an LC equal Ardo Blossom user? Like, will she actually be a Yuna here instead? No. And also Gregor Firefist, what's gonna happen with him? Gregor Firefist is like really damn strong. So I do wonder what's gonna happen with this burn thing in general. But that's for next week, I guess. But Tremor T is now pretty good. The only issue that I have with the Tremor thing is that you need ego too. You need like a lot of ego. Of course, you can actually start using, if you already have one ego here that gives like a special tremor, like tremor reverb. You can still use it and it will work, but it's kind of a shit if you don't have the actual ego for Faust from season 5. Nah, season 4, I think. Yeah, season 4 here. If you don't have this ego, it's kind of going to be very difficult to see high numbers when you do tremor burst. And I also inflict this the special tremor here that she can inflict. Right? Like, yeah, Everlasting here. Everlasting is really insane. So Burn team is going to be even more stronger than it already is. It's like a very consistent team that you will not like ever ditch in general. Like it's a team that it doesn't have the conditions that are pain in the ass like Rupture team. Rupture team is fucking shit. Alright, Rupture, it's really horrible. The only way Rupture is actually playable is because they released an insane character that can actually inflict ton of Rupture. Without her, this thing is literally bad. It also depends on Dimension Shredder. So yeah, you just start with that. Bleeding, you need to have the newest units, and also if you don't have Rodion, if you don't have this new Rodion, the thing is pretty much not viable. If you don't have her, you're gonna be using this character here with no synergy with other characters at all, just so you can use this Eagle here, so you can actually play Bleed. So yeah, it's pretty annoying. Now Burn, if you get the ID already, it works like amazing. It already works. You just need the ID and it automatically start working like a magic. You know, it's beautiful. It's a pretty good team that I used for a while, and I did a lot of mirror dungeon runs with it, and it's getting a pretty huge upscale next week with the new 2 identities that it's releasing. Also Sinking, it's getting the Solo Lament Eagle for him, you know, Yisa, which is pretty welcome, and also means that you don't need this character anymore. Like, you have an option to not use him, or opt for this character here, for a Sinking team now. But also depends that if you have the Eagle or not. Simple as that. If you don't have the Eagle, then continue to use him. So I mean, it's gonna work like the same as using the Eagle. And also it has the disadvantage of not being able to just simply use on the turn 1. Unless you use the Dante ability. Valentina Rodion uses Disposal, which does pretty good Tremor. She's still not gonna work amazing without the Tremor Eagles, by the way. It's a thing that depends a lot about the Eagles that you need. And majority of the Tremor team are not Tremor. Like, let's begin with that. You need a very fast Faust here to actually keep up. Otherwise, if you use the Lobotomy Eagle Regret, your Faust will be so slow that it's gonna fuck you over. Because all of the rest of the team is pretty fast. So yeah, and also, yeah, I don't need to say anymore. It's one of the worst team, in my opinion. There's also the fact that majority of the good Tremor identities are locked behind the extraction here for Walpurga Sign, for example. Night Owls, Capitano is a pretty good Tremor identity here. There's like a lot of vital pieces here that you can get through Walpurga Sign, and it's not available. You can also use instead of using this character, you can also use her. Sorry, not him. Yeah, you can use her and it works. You know, Hanafuda. But yeah, it's kind of not one of my favorite teams. Rodion for Burn. Let me see her. Now we're gonna shard her now. But first of all, let's check. So I never checked the identity. I was like very off on Limbus company. To the point I saw the identity and was like, cool. I closed the Twitter or whatever immediately after seeing the identity or the announcements for the Walpurga Sign. That's what I'm doing frequently. Oh my gosh, she's... Fuck. What is a bird count? What the hell? On the skill 1 she only inflicts 1? Isn't there any passive that actually... Probably she does, right? Yeah, she does. Okay. Less worse. So it's actually 2 on total. She actually applied 1 burn without the Shin, but 2 burn with Shin, which is pretty amazing. And 2 count. Okay, so she actually is very functional for the burn team. And probably the best option. Let me shard her right now. Can't even read that shit, dude. It's a full last sentence. I've already waited way past what anyone ordered to put up with. And right when I thought I was finally getting my ass out of this goddamn cold, what happens? My ticket turns into a blank script paper. All because of the mongrel brat. Give me a fucking break. Alright, now I have to shard him, and he's the closest one to shard anyway here. So yeah, let me... Also, I need to prepare a tiny little bit of shards for Don Quixote because I actually need it. Bro, did you see... Bro, did I not say something like, I just literally saw the announcement for the characters and closed the game? Like, or closed the website. Like, I have done nothing in this game. Like, I read nothing. I just literally do the weeklies and that's it. Like, I've been playing something else and that's what it matters for me right now. But oh well. Now that I'm playing the game, we'll see. Okay, so 50 boxes. Let's see. That's a pretty good look amount. 30, let's see. Okay, pretty nice. Okay. 20. Fuck. I feel like I will miss a little bit here. Bro, why am I putting 0 twice or whatever letter? Oh my god, it's very close. I think I can shard him if I get lucky here. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna do mirror dungeon here, but before that, let me actually upgrade the burn team. So we actually have a functional burn team. Also, why is she here? Oh, that's why. I don't think she's a good burn character, right? Yeah, she's not even a burn character. Let's just start with that. Yeah, she's a more of a poise character. Is she? Yeah, actually she is. Never mind, she's more of a poise character. So I guess that's my best in slot burn team for now. Okay, also, bro, I got the perfect eagle for her too, which is really good. I also should how much? Let me what is... Okay, this all it does is increase the healing plus the damage and attack weight, and also inflict more burn. Nothing about the passive though. So it only does it's like increase more damage and that's it. I don't blame you. Yeah, I like have been off on this game for a while. Okay. Yeah, and all it does is like give you like it gives you this and that's it, right? Or nah, yeah, it also the yellow ones like it gives you more this, it gives you more healing, gives more infliction, more semi burkage count, and yeah, it also gives wrath. damage up here for the ally. Right? Yeah, I think it's worth it. Let me actually progress and put it on 3 here. Level 4 is something that I don't recommend anyone doing. Unless you're really hungry for something. Okay, I might have to use her disposal is wrap skill. Yeah, I know. I mean, she uses on us. Or have you forgotten already? Remember her using disposal on... Was it Virgilus? I think it was on him, but I think she did use it on me one time, and yeah, my character did not survive and use all the impulse. Oh my god, it's very close. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna uptie the characters to 3 for now, and we're gonna play already. Oh my god. Fuck, I forgot I need to do... Oh my god. No. I completely forgot about it. Oh god, shit. I need to level them to start playing with the characters. Hell yeah, finally have this Don Quixote. Man, it took me a year to get this Don Quixote. Wow. Oh my god. I remember her release on the anniversary, right? With that Gregor Fire Fist. But I never got her. And just now I finally have her. Okay, so big issue. I need a lot of threats and EXP, but we can get through the event. Alright. I think I'm gonna do more. Okay, let me just do Mirror Dungeon real quick and forget about it. Let's just do Mirror Dungeon. Saying, yeah, I know she's still good because there is no other option for burn. Like, I know. Like, there is no other option for a good burn Don Quixote. There's none, if you wonder. She is the only one burn identity for her. So yeah, she's still pretty good. And also I need to put her on uptype 4. The counts are pretty low if you don't have the uptype 4. Not the count, the infliction of the burn or the potency, right? It's tiny a little bit low, but once you put it to uptype 4, it's gonna be really nice. Do I play the same old sinking thing? What team did I have been using? Oh, yeah, I've been using this one here. Do I have more bonus character here? Nope. I heard Burn was pretty bad. Bro, who said that? Burn is like the most consistent damage team ever. Because all you have to do is tag Burn infinitely. You don't have to care about anything else other than Magic Bullet. If you have her, just her is enough to start building and working a burn team. Who the fuck lied to me? A very horrible player. I would call them as that. 100%. Like, no joke. Burn is like so comfy. It's the comfiest thing you can ever make in your first account ever made. It was my first one actually. My bleed team was horrible. It was horrible to play with Mirror Dungeon or anything else. Like, it was terrible because if you don't have this eagle, it's totally garbage. Like, don't play bleed at all. Do not do what I did. Like, it was a horrible idea. Alright? So it was not functional, and it felt like shit to go through Kento with a bleed team. Alright? Even though she's like really powerful, it do not carry me enough because inflicting blood was not enough, or just doing damage was not enough. Like, inflictions at one point becomes very vital. Alright? It becomes very vital. So building a team of a certain debuff or keyword is very important, right? And the best option to choose as a new player is either to actually go for burn team, which the requirement is only one damn identity, and everything that goddamn earth will tell you. Shard magic bullet first ever. Like, everyone will tell you that. Why? Because she's like an amazing identity that all she requires is like her, and if you can, she becomes even more insane and a powerhouse for a burn team. Like, all you have to do is shard the identity and you're good. And assemble all the burn identities you have, like whatever burn identities you have here, and start working on the mirror dungeon. Like, it was the best thing I did in my account. Like, no joke. Like, I was blazing through mirror dungeon so fast with that burn thing. It was so satisfying. Like, going for a bleeding that wasn't that good at all for burn team that all it had was magic bullet, fire freeze cracker, and whatever burn identities I had here on my disposal. It was better than using a bleed team here. Like, it was way miles better. Alright, there is a reason why, if you're starting a new account, people will recommend to either wait for a Purgus Knight and immediately shard her to make your life so much easier, or to go for team compositions like Sinking Team. Alright, because both of them are turn off your brain and have fun. That's the type of composition you need. First on your new playthrough, you know, like, that's the type of compositions you need. And everyone who mentioned that burn team is terrible are either a terrible player that uses rupture team and don't know what the fuck they're doing, or either they don't play the game. As simple as that. So yeah, that's why if I'm like recommending a new player what team composition to build in the future, I would either recommend Sinking Team or Burn Team. Then the third but not the least is the Poison. The only way I don't recommend Poison because you need to shard 2 identities here, a full stop, and other identities here from this season specifically. All of the previous season characters are not that amazing for a poisting, but yeah, burn. Why burn? Like, let me explain why burn is so damn good. All of the burn characters are currently possible for you to shard. All the characters here that I'm using will be possible to shard in the future, except season 7 identities. But you don't need them, right? Get it? You don't need them to make the burn team work already. Now, Singing Team is like the least of the priority, and why I would recommend the second most. It's because if you start an account on what Purgus Knight, then you can go for this Sinking Team, and you will just have like so much fun in these doing mirror dungeon with it, because it's a very damn powerful team that all it requires is to have this unit here, and the Sinking Team already works. It's the same like Magic Bullet in a way, right? But yeah, Rupture Team, like Bleed Team, Tremor, whatever other thing, don't work with only one vital piece. They need like multiple characters to make that team possible to use it in a more efficient way. Yeah, that's why my second team was actually syncing. The only way I got it a syncing team as like early as possible was because I actually had her. I didn't shard her actually. Did I pull? No, I shard her. I sharded her. Then I worked on the syncing team because I think, yeah, majority of the characters that I had here, for example, this character here, Wuthering Heights, Butler, and other syncing characters I have here, I already had them for a while, so all I had to do was shard Rodion and make the syncing team so much better. And sharding her this Walpurgis anyway. She doubles a lot of stuff for burn and stuff. No, it's only burn. It's not that she doubles it. It's that she make a burn kind of works similar as Rupture, but better. Understand me? It's just so much better because you don't have to constantly be like, oh no, my Rupture count is going down. Fuck, I have to use this specific skill here or else my burn count is gone and all my stacks are down to the waist, you know? You don't have to do that at all. Like, you're gonna apply so much burn that you're gonna be like, holy shit, what the fuck? Why do I have so much burn? Is this normal? Type of reaction, you know? Yeah, for syncing T here, I think the best option for the good choice here. This one, fuck it. How do you like me? I like you. But yeah, no. Burn team is like the most easiest thing you can build as a like new account, you know? That's why whenever you see a new player guide and people will be like, oh, first thing first, if you're starting on Walpurgis 9, you know, first character you should shard is Magic Bullet. That's it. Or you should shard Rodion, shard him, whatever, you know? Like, that's the two options of the highest priority to shard as a new player. Because it's only one character and you can start working on that syncing thing. Or you can start working already on the burn team because most of this season characters are not locked behind the newest season, which is season 7. You know, I got a specific. I think they still have the video up there on YouTube, right? And they specifically tell you to actually do what I said. Yeah, it's honestly very comforting to use in the burn team. You apply so much burn here and there. You don't have to worry about the count. And like, you never will lose the count. And if you have Magic Bullet on like Magic Bullet here with her ego, by the way, we can just spam her ego through Mirror Dungeon and like clear the whole Mirror Dungeon very fast. Every them first turn use her ego and they use her ego again on the second turn and obliterate all the enemy. Especially because they actual burn eagle here in this game are really good. Like, they're really good burn eagles. So you can imagine how the enemies will evaporate really fast when you use the magic bull eagle. But without her eagle, she's still pretty amazing. You're gonna see some crazy numbers with the dark flame going up. And also we're getting new burn identities too, probably, from the Dam office. Oh boy, I'm really excited to do that. Probably they will be like crazy good. Imagine if they can actually debuff to make the burn even more powerful, you know, because I'm noticing that the trend of the newest thing is to actually debuff a lot of the enemies. Bro, should I stream Limbus on Discord and can guide me sometime in rare? I can't beat that shit. Bro, I didn't even beat that shit. I didn't touch that. If you're having trouble right now, the best like tip I can give you is that wait for the next season. It's not going away, you know. The rewards are gonna stay there as long as they announce that the new one will come. Alright? You have enough time. And also the characters that you didn't shard last season, season 6, will come back. Maybe they will be the final pieces you actually need. And also the eagles. That you don't have, like Rhyme Shark. I'm Shakri, whatever. I don't have that eagle. That eagle for sinking is like pretty insane. And can make your run a lot more safe. Also, if you have the a friend that has the, not this one here, the fluid sac, but a collaboration from Arknight's eagle here, you'll have a lot easier time to, because that eagle heals way too much. It heals like more than fluid sac. So if you can afford to waste or to change your false for a friend one that has that eagle, it can also help you more. Alright? If you can spare that slot from other identity that you don't own, you know. Yeah, that eagle hasn't returned yet, and probably won't return. It won't. Like, I highly doubt it will return later. Unless they actually decide, oh, let's do another Arknights collaboration, you know? Then yeah, it's gonna come back, sure. But right now, the chances of coming back is very low. Because Honglu Lord enemy uses that damn Dragon Eagle. So the best thing you can do is to kill him first. Always first, you know? You can try like unopposed attack with other identities to help more. And try kill him as fast as possible. That's all I know, honestly. But unopposed attack can help you in that situation. Yeah, that's the way to actually beat him. I can shard every damn ID. Then do it. What are you waiting for? You have the battle pass. The battle pass is it's an investment, you know. You invest for that to actually get rewarded because you're putting the time into the game. That's what a battle pass is. It's not like a big ass reward that you just, oh, I buy and boom, I won the entire game, you know. You actually have to grind a lot. More than me, actually. Since you will spend your, you can also spend your Inca filler more inefficiently and get more rewards because you're not being punished like me, for example. I got like 3 boxes every Mirror Dungeon floor 3 run. Like, I get so much less in comparison. So yeah. In your case, it's best if you can spend the most time on the Mirror Dungeon as much as possible, you know. And also, since you can spend the time sharding every ID in the game, then you should do yourself a favor and actually shard egos that you might see as useful. Now, there's one problem for you, of course. There is one caveat, and it's the, you know, the threats. You know, the threats. The threats are, they get like very few in between, you know. So you need to be careful with that in mind. Like, don't go threat spinning all the stuff to level like 4, for example, on the ego, because it's highly stupid if you do that, because threat spin 3 on the ego is like the max I can recommend you to go, because you still have to threat spin your identities, you know. But yeah, if you feel like you're missing one piece to beat the Refraction Railway 6, the only thing I can recommend you is to check your characters more and egos and see if it's enough or not. Like, go into the video, see their composition thing and what they're doing, you know. Because when you think you're playing correctly, it's better if you always double check it before going into the battle. Because there's a lot of units that you think you're optimizing properly, but in reality, you go and use the identity and you're like dumbfounded when you see a guy just spamming S3 on false so easily. When you're like, what am I doing wrong, you know? Like, why is my false not this broken like his? Like, every character has a way on how to play them and optimize or damage more, you know. And it also depends on your identities if they can roll higher on a skill 2 and skill 1 too. Skill 1 and 2 are very variable because some of the characters don't roll high on the skill 1 and 2, right? And it's really complicated to bring them into a battle where it lasted for a long time and you need to actually use the skill 1 and 2 very often into a battle. I also need to check that. 32 burn just by ult to skill 3. Yeah, Magic Bullet Otis is really good with the Dark Flame. Stack as much possible flame on the enemy and you win. Just keep clashing until the enemy dies by the burn. It's a pretty good team. And it's pretty much all I can say to you, because you're in the end game currently. I cannot help someone that is in the end game, you know, because I'm also in the end game struggling to beat that new content. When you're in the end game, it's the point where you just go and start thinking for yourself, you know, or start to check more for optimizations on your team compositions and see what the pieces you're missing, like, or do I have that ego, or would that ego make me do more or push me to another step, you know. It's a point where you're pretty much min-maxing the game. It's a point you reach, like, okay, I got the identities, then it's time to invest more on egos, see what I'm missing, see what I can do. It becomes very heavy and difficult to actually manage your resources even more, because it's a point that you probably will notice that sometime a very specific ego on the threat spin 3, it's not enough, and you're like, God, I need to up to threat spin level 4 the ego, and then maybe threat spin level 5, you know. It's really painful, especially since you're probably gonna get way more far than me soon. Like, you will notice what I'm saying. It's the end game of Limbus company. Like, you start the character, you have so much, like, I don't know, EXP levels, whatever, or you're a guy that don't threat spin level 4 your egos, you have too much threats. Yeah, it's shit. It's the life of Limbus company. That's why everyone it's more excited when they release, like, story, you know, because this game is very story heavy. And the end game content, it's not that amazing. I just literally need 268 shards and Synchro, and I can get every sinner in Walpurgis ID. Did you make the calculations? If you did, then make sure to shard the eagles too. Walpurgis eagles are one of the best, if not the best, eagles in the game. Especially Merceau. Merceau eagles are locked behind Walpurgis, which suck. But it is what it is. Like, Merceau is so good because of those two eagles in Walpurgis. That's how amazing he is. And that's why they're so afraid to release such a insane identity after the Walpurgis regret ego. Oh, what is this? Ah, that one sucks. But yeah, like, you have enough time. Even if you don't shard everything with Walpurgis, you have another chance, you know. That's how I am right now. Like, oh, I can't shard the identities. Oh well, I have a next time. I'm probably not gonna share every single identity with Walpurgis, and I don't care. It's life. I cannot share everything. Who the fuck gives a fuck about egos? You. You specifically need to care about egos. You'll reach a point where identities, it's not enough. Which is specifically right now. Like, right now when I'm like, yeah, you get it. It's right now. You're doing a content that if you're feeling you're stuck and the identities are not pushing you further, then it's a moment that you need to rethink and look into your egos. It's unfortunate, yeah, it is, but it's the only option you have, you know. when you cannot make any other progression in your identities. I can't beat RR6 because I literally need a ego to do it. Guess what? You will need more egos. It's life. Like, be ready. That's the content. Like, if you don't have some egos, you feel like you're playing a game on hard difficult, and it becomes insufferable. Like, take for example, what did people do to speedrun on the newest content or that battle against Ricardo, you know? What do they do? Yeah, exactly. They use the ego. They use the ego to speedrun the damage and go further and crazy and yada yada. It's honestly the only advice I can give you. If you have your egos, what are you without your egos? Nothing. That's why you reach a point and people start recommending egos for any other people, you know, anyone else. Can I probably beat the new refractory railway? Probably. But do I want to go through that suffer to beat that? Probably not. Honestly, like, hell no. And my life would change nothing if I beat it or not. And I also have like more opportunities to try it again. Since Kanto 10 is coming soon, you know. And the level cap for our characters will be increased. And if you like it or not, the level influences a lot in this game. Like, the influence on the levels are very heavy. It's really important. So there's like some very difficult fights, but what if you overlevel the enemy? Oh, that's actually possible to beat the boss. Wow, I didn't know that. So yeah. If you have him difficult right now, you can wait for a Kanto 10. Just saying. No rush to clear endgame content. One day you're gonna clear it and feel like, oh, I'm relieved, I'm free, you know. And then the next day, guess what? A new one will come. And you're gonna be like, fuck, not again. So yeah, take your time to do the endgame contents. It's a reason why they don't release it too much or too frequent in game content. Well, they are releasing a lot, but not too frequent in comparison to like other gacha games. But there's still some of them that actually is very annoying within the game content, but yeah. You get it. Like, Limbus company is very forgiving as a gacha. Have the benefit to do in-game content whenever you want, whenever you feel like you don't have to worry about. If you can't clear it right now, then take your time and improve your account more, you know. Like, it won't go away. That's the biggest benefit. And Limbus, it's a game that is not something that you speedrun, but a marathon, you know. If you're running into a steady pace into the goal, you'll reach there. Will it take long? I don't know. All depends on you. Yeah. Take the device from your heart. You'll feel so much better playing Limbus company. Something that you have to accept it and live with it. Because game progression are always like that. It's something that you cannot progress too fast and reach to that point. You're like, oh, I'm so super powerful in just like 3 months, you know? But yeah, I wanted to see Nyan, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's too early. We are in Urban Legends still. I did mention that there's a chance, you know, there might be a chance that Nyan and all other characters from the start of the city might appear as a playable character because Bina is the announcer. But I guess not. Because we'll wait for another World Burger design. Let's see. Which is in the second half of the year. Depending of their roadmap, depending of how the roadmap is looking like, we probably can get 2 or Portuguese time. Yeah, it's an index ID though. Yeah, so what? We can get more index identities sooner or later, like. Should just be patient, you know. I mean, if you think I got about it, we got more ideas from other factions besides Index. Yeah, because there's a damn reason why we didn't got so many Index identities. They're too powerful, you know? They're too powerful and scary, you know? What if they released the characters from Library of Ruina here? Because if you're not aware, Index are so damn powerful to the point that they went from the mid-game content of Library of Ruina to the end game. They're insanely powerful. But I open doors for more ideas, you know? Yeah, cool, I guess. But like, they can release other identities from other factions that has synergy with Index. I mean, we still have some, like, 7 association faction, or She, C branch, whatever it's called. She, I think it's She, right? There is like only one identity from that branch. Only one. Come on. We got a lot of indexes already. There's so many other branches that are not in game yet. Just a reminder. Like a lot. Oh man. There's also so many branches, associations that we saw in the novels and stuff, but we never got them in the game. We're just only getting them recently. Like the Pointless or Corporist into this game. We only ever heard of them into like other medias, but they just recently came out, you know, it took like years. Who knows, we might see more index in Ncorp. Yeah, like, just be patient. I mean, honestly, we got like tons of cool identities this season, you know. What more can I ask for? And there's so many she characters that are known yet. There's so many. So hold your horses and calm down. Set priorities.
이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지.
Alright, select. Nice.
단 하나의 책을.
Got a tiny bitty tire. Oh, what? What did I select there? What can we buy? What can I say to you? But you're welcome. God, that Reddit post. Okay, pick this one. Yippee. Syncing looking great. Yeah, it's looking great. Then we can probably focus a bit here on poise. This here. Okay, perfect. Deal more damage. Yeah, that's it. So we haven't seen 3 current rankers. I mean, if you did play Labyrinth, which you didn't, yeah, which is sad. I mean, you can grab like an old ass laptop and play the game. But anyway, saw a lot of indexes in the previous game. I mean, that was the game, you know, that introduces the syndicates. After this, I'm probably gonna sleep. I'm really tired. I'm streaming like very late. Then tomorrow I'm gonna just grind and Bleach Brave Souls. So off stream I've been playing a lot of other gacha games, just for fun. Because yeah, in June, July, August, it's kind of a month that is very special because it's summer vacation, whatever, for any, specifically for the Asian. It's a period of time that is very good for them because it brings customers into the games and yeah, more cool things to pull for and have fun. So I'm really surprised that Bleach Brave Souls finally gave the best quality of life, which is guaranteed 5-star every temple. I don't know why they didn't have that to begin with. Like, they have like over 1,000 of characters, by the way, only counting the 5-star characters. Yeah, the SSR characters. Only the 5-star, and it's over like 1,000 already. Imagine the 4 stars and lower. So yeah, the race to pulling a 5-star was getting annoying, and it was bad at some points. Like you would do like multiple tempos without getting a single 5-star and feel miserable. But they finally added the 100% guarantee. They also did one cool thing, which is the chance to get the feature unit you want in a very specific step pull, which is really welcome from the pain that we suffered through ages and ages of being punished for no reason. But that game has one cool thing. I don't know if it's still like that, but before you could farm so much of the in-game resource or use it to pull characters, you know. So if you actually grind in Bleach Brave Souls for like hours or days, you can basically own every character if you're free to play. Like you can, it's possible. And I'm not lying because I actually did it at 1.11 every single 5-star character in Bleach Brave Souls. But then later, after like 10th anniversary or something, the game was just garbage. It was in a state that it was unplayable and not fun at all. Is it better right now? I really doubt. But it's better than last year or previously, for sure. And also playing Grand Cross. I actually downloaded Grand Cross. 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, you know. And both for the collaboration units because... Oh, look, it's my favorite character. Rio, yippee, let me pull her. And that's it. Like, it's a bit of a thing for me to go back into a game that I used to play a lot and just be like, oh look, so many freebies, let me pull for the characters, yippee! And then delete the game or close the game and never use it again or play it again. Something that I do really often. Here and there. Oh yeah, there's 2 here. Oh god. What is this one? Oh, Kurokumo Identities. Don't have any. Any good one? Still, oh no, this is the Kyoke group. Well, that's what I've been doing off stream. I actually didn't play any game single player after Judgment because Judgment was such a great game that it kind of left a hole in my heart. It was like, man, I really wanted to play something Lost Judgment, like kind of a Lost Judgment, but then I got nothing. I was like completely demotivated. I was like, damn it, there's no Lost Judgment, I can't. Fuck. Yeah, move on. Oh. I can go here and finish the battles. Well, we gotta play a little bit of the story. And tomorrow I'll probably return in a early time instead of like right now, very late for me, and stream it more and also upgrade Audion. Also, I've been not playing FGO at all too. Like I missed completely the last event, and the last event could give you like so many good materials, and I skipped it like everything. But probably I should be back to my normal schedule. Pretty sure. Once I delete the MMORPG that I was playing. I don't know when, but I'm not playing the MMORPG currently. Like all I'm doing is dailies or weeklies and closing the game from now on. Until they decided to actually give something good for the players. Yes, I don't know why would I play an MMORPG from Digimon again. Like Digimon Monsters Online. That game is such a masochist for players. Like, you don't feel rewarded by spending, or you don't feel rewarded by not spending. If you don't spend, it's even worse for you. Like, that game is unplayable if you don't spend. I'm not joking, by the way. Like, if you don't spend, you can do nothing. You cannot progress, you cannot make your account stronger, or even get remotely close to doing the most difficult in-game content. It gets horrible game design. And I'm seriously thinking if I should just delete it and move on. Oh, I did reinstall Epic 7. I saw that Epic 7 was having good, cool contents and was like, oh, you know what? Let me just go here and check the stuff. Sorry, I was doing something in the background. Click the one below. But yeah, it's a game that I play only because I have friends playing with on that game. I would just honestly not play that game if I had no friends at all, especially to carry me through the content. If I didn't have any friends, I would just quit the game and play something else. Because anything else than that game, it's more fun. Even the worst gacha is more fun than that game. I just went back to pure nostalgia and I lost it in like one day, and it was like, you know what? I don't have the feeling to play it anymore. So I'm probably just gonna get the weeklies done per week and
사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도
just keep the game closed for a whole last week. I'm also gonna make sure to just go there and grab the dailies.
아무것도 남지 마라.
Are you still there though? I don't know if my chat bugged or not. Oh, I think this is floor 4. Yeah, this is the floor 4.
의도는 모르겠지만 그걸로
After that, it's floor 5, and we pick the event one to get more of the resources we're leaving.
꽃으로 잠들어. 이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네.
Yeah, if I'm going back to stream more frequently, I actually need to grab a specific time slot
언젠간
and then stream it every time on the same time,
단 하나의 책을.
so I don't fuck over other viewers. Also, if I really want to play another single player game, I might actually give a chance to Lobotomy Corporation. Like a tiny chance, but not concrete. I don't want to be like 100% sure that I will play like from the beginning to the end of the game. Can try going further or far into the Lobotomy Corporation, you know, but I can't guarantee that I will complete the game. What? Never mind. Fuck, it's the actual boss. I thought it was the Kyokyo group. Kyokyo.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해. 충성. 지령이 이끄는 대로. 일연장. 절대자.
앞을 밝히지. 그래야 것이 잘 보인다.
재밌는 지령대로 움직일 뿐이네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든. 도서관이 손님에게 시련을 내리는 건 지령에 따라.
Man, I saw
서서에게
some
줄수 있는
posts. Like I heard from so many different places through
스스로 생각해봐.
the websites, and I heard that Fake Order has released an official Discord after 9 years. Discord, I'm pretty sure it's older than 9 years, right?
훨씬 끔찍했거든.
And I actually have a official channel now. But the issue is, it wasn't moderated at all. That server almost got nuked by Discord itself. I'm just saying. Like, it almost got nuked by Discord.
좀 보람이야.
because of how unmoderated it was.
앞으로 더 많은 층을
It
개방.
was crazy.
고소사서의 도움을 받을 수 있을 거야.
It's probably something that happens once every year. Alright. Last phase.
도시에는 생소한 기술이 많네. 본 적도 들은 적도 없는 기술이야.
Oh, what the hell? She's using her wrong ego.
코퍼레이션에서
Wait, do I even have? Nah, I don't have. I don't have a sinking ego anyway. I'm doing zero mechanics for Hanafuda. We just decided to completely ignore it.
휴대기에 잠들게.
굳이 직접 목격하지 않아도 볼만을 해소해 좀 보람이 있네. 지금처럼 접대를 성공적으로 이루어가면 앞으로 더 많은 층을 개방해.
There is. There is. Okay, last pack, and then we play a little bit
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아.
of the
이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지.
Kanto 9 Part 2.
세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단 하나의 책을.
Okay, we pick always this one so we had bonus. Alright, you need to pick that pack or else you don't get any reward. This one pack we can avoid some battles depending of your luck. Unlike a Kanto 9 pack, which you can't avoid any battles.
도시에선 저런 형태로 사람을 강화하기도 하고.
Here you can do like the minimum battles, like only 1 or 2. Even less, because the battles on this are short. Oh, this battle is kind of dangerous. Why aren't these enemies? Yeah, they're negative coins. That can do some pretty hefty damage. Was the mirror dungeon a few weeks ago, and oh boy, they can actually hit pretty hard if you let them mess with you and not killing them fast.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고
See there? Holy shit. Like,
처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
why the hell an enemy has 3 unbreakable coins on a negative coin? Like, why? It's so dangerous and scary.
아직 5번 더 발라야만 한다.
Like, if you are weak, you can basically die to them turn 1. Especially if they roll all tails, you know? Because they're negative SP enemies. And every time we win a clash, we are helping them.
새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네. 제법
And there's loads of enemies who has who is resistant to panic, so they don't lose a turn when they get panic.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라든
Well, I didn't change Angela at all.
또 하나 늘었네.
Angela is still my announcer for like months.
이렇게 하나씩
And I've been listening to her talk for a
반드시 찾을 수
very long
있겠지.
time.
세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단 하나의 책을.
Okay, you go here.
자, 봤지? 난 믿어주면
Not that it really matter.
와일드 헌트야.
Why the hunter? 두라할.
도시에선 저런 형태로 사람을 강화하기도 하나 봐.
나가줄게.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길
앞을
잘했네.
밝히자.
그렇게만 해.
그래 훨씬 잘 보인다.
새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네. 제법이야. 재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했다. 의도는 모르겠지만 이걸로 공평해졌네.
Okay.
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라. 운명적인 태도. 방심해. 살고자 하는
Karanjani Allah.
속에 파묻혀라.
Ugh.
편히 쉬시게. 참
미래를 가져와 같이. 여기까지 와서 망설일 생각을 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라들도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지. 충성. 지령은 뜬다.
Move your body, come on, let's move your body. Move your body, move your body.
대행 완료. 개패가. 여기까지 와서
Fucking them counter.
하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면
Luckily, we got the manner, so we can't beat Stagger.
하지 말았어야지.
Is it a manner, or there's one specific unit? I think it's manner, right?
또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩
I think it's
알아보면
other ego that gives you immortality.
세상의 모든 것이 다
Move your body, come on, let's move your body. Oh wow. What the hell is that? Hello. Pierce. Did I give more poise? I can buy that one, but I don't have enough money. So recipes. I don't think I have that. Oop. But this final battle is like pretty long. For some ungodly reason. Oh yeah, probably because I don't know how to fight her. because I didn't play the story yet.
숲의 괴수로군.
의도는 모르겠지만 이걸로
해고
공평해졌네.
감독 증폭.
지키기 위해서.
Wait, did they optimize the game more? Was playing on computer before and the game was like running pretty terrible. I don't know what they did to the optimization at one point, but the game was horrible. It was like lacking a lot. Especially in the maps that have so many mobs.
지름대로 움직일 뿐입니다. 세피라도
Also, the game still lags
없을 거야.
with these configurations.
빛의 눈이 말아버릴 거네.
I have to put the texture quality on the lowest just to make sure.
사고될 시간이다. 잘
Move your body, come on, let's move your body. Move your body. Move your body.
살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께 무덤으로 돌아가.
You know, but
심해.
뭐랄까? 하면 너 누가 더 기쁨 있게 타오르지?
새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네.
궁금하네.
제법이야.
pretty sure if we didn't want that clash, it's gonna do like some insane damage.
아프잖아.
She still did some crazy high damage on.
지령에게 불확실한 것은 없네.
접대가 시작되면 사사들은 다시 살아날 수 있다는 사실을 망각하거든. 그걸 알고 있으면 사사들과 손님들이 느끼는 감정이 달라질 뿐이야. 그건 불공평하잖아.
Okay. I'm no clue how you beat her. So I'm just
아무것도 난 알아.
powering through her. Really happy that they didn't brought the reflectrial battle against her. She is really bulky. Like, what the fuck?
느낄 수 있겠지. 불만을 해소해준 보람이
Why does she have so much HP, you know?
적대를 성공적으로 이끌다 보면 앞으로 더 많은 층을 개방하고 더 많은 보조 사서의 도움을 받을 수 있을 거야.
예측할 수 없게.
Absolute resonance.
충족. 지령 매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해. 방심해. 태어난 곳으로 돌아가. 살고자 하는
Trigger damage.
무덤으로 돌아가.
Come on and pose, queen.
한눈 팔지 마세요. 내 말은 당신에게 파도는 반드시 밀려올 테니.
Remise 2 coins.
산코.
Okay, done with the mirror dungeon. Okay, let's go to the event.
잘해줬어.
Play a little bit,
또 하나 늘었네.
but better than nothing.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩
모처럼
알아가다 보면
괜찮은 예술을 보나
언젠간
했더니
반드시 찾을 수
벌써 뭐
있겠지.
애를 전부 채워
세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단 하나의 책.
방지할 사고도 해야 할 뒤처리도 없나.
Okay, but first,
돌아가지.
oh my god, look at the level. Did a lot of runs here. I think I did less than last year or last season. Now last season I barely played a game. Oh my god, bro. Okay, we did it. Alright. In this case, it should be the new false unit. Or they are the blossom. Well, just a girl, I think he's horrible, right? Keep it Tang here just for his passive. And why not? I didn't change here at all, but I should kinda change it later. Oops, wrong menu. Not this one, though. Did I have an option here to scrape it? There we go. Rodion. There we go. Appetite 4. Beautiful. Oh boy, that might hurt anyone here, but
완벽하진 않지만 하달하신 명령은 모두 지켜냈어요.
alright, put this eagle here. Bro, I have 그렇구모 아들. Not enough. No, that's a horrible trade. The best would be like level the characters here.
의뢰 내용이 좀 복잡했지만 뭐 본인이 해결 못할 일은 없지.
1대1 결투에선 칼날은
Oh man, my Inca fill is gone. But yay, I did it. I have them. Woohoo. Okay. Alright, gonna upgrade this fire thing. Then we're gonna have a 14 burn. Ready to go. I mean, honestly, I can already use it. Right? Yeah, we can use it here on the event. Alright, let's read it. No, wait, for this one, we should go about it like... No, if he's been in the vanguard for too long, I should put him back in La Hint. Dante. Oh, sorry, did you say something? I provide you an answer to your question, but you exhibit no observable response. Is the sinner's combat performance deteriorating beyond manageable parameters? No, things aren't that bad, but it's just hard to focus on one conversation when I'm trying to support battles happening in complete different places at once. On top of that, all your shopping chatter is starting to get a little distracting. A few days after we entered N-Corp Districted, they us pull over in the back street of N-Corp to take care of the distortion case. This contract was supposed to be handled jointly with the LCD team, but distortions suddenly started cropping up all over an area of the back street called Butter Street, without any coherent pattern, no obvious point of origin or road of spread, nothing convenient like that. And I had no choice but to split the sinners into several groups and send them out. Otis, Ishmael, Sinclair, Don Quixote, Yisang, and Merceau were on their way to rendezvous with the LCD team. Heathcliff, Gregor, and Honglu were suppressing distortion that had showed up from the other directions. And with our bar stock scraped down to the bottom, Lodi and Roshan, who were done with their share of the suppression work, were put in charge of buying supplies for the bus. As for Faust, she decided to stay behind with me on the bus. I wanted to get it through the consultation session that had been put it off, and thought I might as well get myself some much needed practice with the handling the new golden bow power I acquired. To reiterate, there are no issues requiring special concern regarding Faust. It is true that Faust has, on several recent occasions, expressed dissatisfaction with a certain Faust. However, those instances should be classified as a mere personal grievance. I mean, that's good if that's all there is to it, but his was not the first time Faust had seemed unlike herself. There have been times before when she spent far longer alone than usual, lost in thought. Moments when she could not produce immediate answers to questions from the other sinners or me. Could it be you can't access the craft or whatever? May I ask your basis to the inference? Okay, you're acting a lot like you did back on the warp terrain. It appears there remain occasions on which you are still capable of surprising fast. Dante. So, was I really are cut off from the Jessel shaft? Capped, whatever. That was only intended as some confirmation of your conjured. Maybe she says that while she can technically access the Jessel shaft, it may as well be that she can't. I wish I could ask more and get to the bottom of it, but the way she was sidestepping the subject, it told me that Brian wouldn't give me any further insight. Alright, I won't press you if you don't want to talk about it. Your reserve is appreciated. Shall we move on? Yes, your constitution is the next in the agenda. After cross-reference the records pertaining to the recent events in the House of the Spider, it would appear that memories concerning the individuals designated as Sora Ren currently remain only with you, Dante. As such, should the influence of Yoshi Third lead to further omissions in the official records, the manager will be responsible for supplementing the necessary information. Yeah, not the first time I was the only one left with the intact memory, huh? That's right, despite Keikora's memory wipe procedure, Catherine erasure by the Golden Ball power, and Hareyashiki severing people from existing. I was the only one who remembered what I had transpired. But ironically enough, the memories I had prior to swapping my head with this clock still show no sign of returning. When will my old memories come back though? Is it because of the clock head? Speculation based on your experience with the busting thus far will not meaningfully contribute to the recovery of your former memory manager. Inductive reasoning conducted from memories with gaps, after all, is bound to have structural limitations. Bungie would serve as an adequate analogy. Bungie? Yes, Bungie. Receiving feed the increasing in body mass alone will provide it with no meaningful basis for identifying the purpose of its rearing. Even after the terminal stage, when exposed to the kitchen instruments at the head of the stove, its limited experience would prove inadequate to constitute an understanding of its ultimate fate and purpose. Likewise, the ultimate answer to your doubts can only be obtained from the whole of the experience that you have accumulated at the terminus of your entire journey. That is, your loaded mission. As treasure awaits at the end of the world, at the end of the hell. That treasure will give me back my memories in my head. Also, at the end of the road, you'll be able to engrave your aspect. I still have no idea exactly what aspect means or even whether it's an object, but if I know one thing, it's that the me from before all of this began had wanted it badly, obsessively, desperately. It's more like instinctive knowledge, but when my memory is gone, that feeling, however strong it is, does not change the fact that it's just another word with no discernible mental image. And you're not gonna tell me what it is actually, are you? Are you the expert? What I mean, or what I wanted it so much. If it remains a piece of information that must be disclosed to you, then no. I am unable to tell you. Pity don't mind, you're still following your star acceptably. Please concentrate on the journey. More importantly, have you grown accustomed to the incomplete power? Current observation suggests that you have yet to arrive at that level. Well, I've got pretty used to focusing on one place at a time, but keeping the track of several places at once is still a bit rough. All this thing is doing well in combat even without my direction supervision. It'll just shopping and not engaging in battle at the moment. taking my mind off them will prove much easier. But that wouldn't give me that much needed practice, so I'm doing my best to keep an eye on every sinner's status. Sufficient familiarity should result in substantial tactical value. You'll be able to cast a wider net when information gathered and employ previously unavailable tactical patterns. And employ. Right. And I'd also be able to tell when it's a bad time to call someone in. And as I continue to talk with Falls, I make sure not to stop observing the place where each group is and what they're doing. Yup, pulling Heathcliff off the rear was the right call. I don't see any injuries. This team is still doing pretty well without my directions. As for Woody, wait, did she just stuff all of the pastry and bread she bought it into her pockets? How did she manage that with a huge baguette? Oh, this group, let's see. Looks like they joined up with the LCD team without any issues. LCD, then the guy over there must be... Hang on. Boss, there's a dude, I've seen it before. He seems a bit different from what I remember. Could you specify the issue? What is the situation right now? We should probably join up with them too. Let's end the consultation here. This is rather perceptible. But if the incident is a serious nature, perhaps a request for support from the LCC. It's not an incident. Though I wouldn't say it's not serious. Oh, it's him, right? Kim Bamboo hated guy. Kim. Rendezvous. This is going from bad to worse, really, Dante. Really, Dante seems to be tied up helping the other group. All this command cows haven't been working out well enough. I'll give her that. We've managed to hold the line better than expected. But we're definitely starting to feel the strain. Why are you waving your hand all over arm and hand signals? Huh? What signals? What's swinging the arm sideways even supposed to mean? You don't know? It's scatter, damn it. Scatter! That was close. We almost got flattened. Damn it. Even rookies with nothing but the most rudimentary military training would have recognized a hand sign on that bit. No, we're not all trained as soldiers here, are we? Really, the flourish of a single hand doth indeed make a boast of a chivalry elegance. Yet when thou suddenly wavest thine hammer about, clenching and clenching thy hand in a mystical fashion, only to suddenly turn tail, forsooth, I am left bereft of understanding what thou meanest to say. Think that all the personnel in the team, only the swabble has the disciple to interpret a basic field signal. Only pick it up during my sailing days, and realistically speaking, did you really expect ordinary people like the others to understand professional military signals? This is unacceptable. After all the operations, all you have been deployed under my lead. You're all still ignorant when it comes to non-verbal signals. I don't think even Dante would know those signals. Yeah, my nose be splitting the hairs. Literally. Let us appease our agitated hearts and follows me so this construction. We should disperse and withdraw. Megaton landing! Bam! Hey, pretty cool, huh? Let's face it, I know how to make one heck of an entrance. Whoa, aren't you supposed to be cleaning up the distortion upstairs? Ah, 51 million years ago. Yeah, just we're talking for with we're taking forever, so I figured I would take a pick and lend a hand. You're welcome. Split by a thunder in the sand, the floors form in shape are now crushed beyond mending, sunken deep enough to the liken to the incipience of wellspring. And don't you worry about it. Don't you worry your head about it. That's all of the routines to take care of. Anyway, that should be all of them, right? The first of your linear tries the last of the distortion outside of the building. Great, can you check on the distorter Pip's face and gloves? The faces are all segmented, makes my skin crawl. Not a pleasant sign. As for their attire, this one appears to be a sweeper, and that one yonder wears the attire of an ordinary fixer. And this distortion landed on probably a local resident, judging by the clothes. Did any of you happen to see anything nearby bursting with a big pop and flash? Nay, not once. Okie dokie, you know what? Then let's all head upstairs. This suppression request is kind of a pain. We need to put it together nice and neat plan before we start poking too hard. A plane, sayest thou? How? How? Was this not a mere matter of us laying distortion where they stand? Huh? Wait, did nobody brief you? Says after being the structure of our assignments. We are given instructions, we perform them, and along afterward we begin to perceive the nature and contour of the task to which we have committed to our hands. Really? Well, I guess every department has its own way of doing things. No big deal. I'll explain everything once we are upstairs. By the way, you didn't get to meet the whole team last time, did you? Only our new girl. This time, that dude, Mr. Bumblehead King also is here, so... Huh? Is he okay now? Sure he is. You'll be surprised once you see just how okay he is now. But last time you say he was still under treatment. To be precise, Billy's Mr. Andu stated that his mind is yet to regain its former tranquility. That? You'll get it once you see him. I feel like we just ended up having the same conversation twice if I say anything about it now. I have arrived. It's blinding. So bright. The midday sun is pouring like crazy. Yet the warm tickle of the sunbeams is rather agreeable. No, this is not the sunlight. Because unlike this, there is more to the sunshine than its warmth. Then what exactly is this light? Why is this thing on again? It's bright enough to fry my eyeballs. I apologize, Lady Ezra. I yet to be accustomed to this machine. This is my first time laying a hand upon the complicated work of such a contraption. It activated on its own accord, and I have yet to discover the method by which it may be silenced. That's why I told you to leave it on. Fiddling with things you don't understand usually ends with something or you broke. Nothing good's come out of it. I tell you, Mentor Lady Moses has instructed me that every moment and every event clues are hidden under the veil of the surroundings and must be examined with care. Yes, that only works if you're savvy about the knack. Hang on, did you say Mentor? I have yet to be afforded a proper opportunity to introduce him to you. This here is the esteemed leader of the Blade lineage, who is all but a master under whom I have been apprentice. Do you really have to dress it up like that? I told you I only took on the role because there wasn't anyone else around to take the job. Switch. Where is the switch? Aha! Gotcha. Huh? Goodness. Now it's Bamboo Hater Game. He looks disappointed. Yeah. Let me guess I should say, pleased to meet you, folks. Search for the inflection point. Okay, so more often than not, first impressions are prone to change. Then Bamboo Hater King, I remember, was a man who drowned in his own fathoms, blaming himself for his powerlessness with a listless, heavy voice. That, however, had been while he was distorted, sunken into himself, so I figured his original personality might be somewhat different. But this is not just somewhat. His personality is in the same ballpark as my expectations. You're telling me this guy here is a Bamboo Hater again? Yup, we double checked with Ezra, and she said he really is the same guy. Oh, that fire has not a hot at all, fascinating stuff. Can we check again, just in case? I really can wrap my head around the fact that this is the solid, serious man who would have fought. Just look at what he's doing. He's rubbing my face all over like he's checking out some kind of a mantelpiece ornament. Lots of ticking, talking. Not supposed to sound like them talking to you folks. Further confirmation will be redundant. This individual is conclusively identical to the one designated as Bamboo Hater King. I've got no idea what folks are so suspicious about. I do. Just what exactly have you been telling people out of there? They're all staring like they've seen a ghost. I told them you were a gallant, formidable warrior mentor. But they don't look like they've heard more flattering things about me. There, don't you hear the faint undercurrent of disappointment in the ticking? I also tended that you were a man of a few words, but with much affection for the followers under your command. And, yes, mentor? That's a complete utter liar. Man of few words is definitely something you can say about a guy who is as talkative as me, don't you think? Yet I spoke no falsehood. Although your conduct is rather shallow and perhaps less refined for a leader of an organization, you are much reserved and taciturn when you're conversing with those unfamiliar to you, are you not? No matter who one might be, one is bound to inspire either approval or disapproval for those around him. So, refrain from mentioning any truths that might invite the latter to even hint at anything that might tarnish the reputation of my master would not be unlikely spitting of his name and mine by extension. I simply had no reason to put on airs in front of my own folks in a case, so you can't see anything if I block this part. Do you tell how many fingers I'm holding? Those are not my eyes, you know. Your own folks, huh? Did you have already acknowledged and accepted that you now belong to the Limbus company? Why did it turn out to pay a visit to the LC, really? I once minding plagued by the absence of that tranquility, venture forth into the open air and untouchable field of grass, clear of the storm of the heart. An asset of the company expected to act in the company's interest, yet for whatever reason I didn't see you fighting on the field of battlefield during Operation Spider Prey. You have the account, sorry. You will have to account for your absence in the mission. Otis addresses King as though she was conducting formal investigation. Every word flat and hard. It was obvious she was not about to let her guard down anytime soon. What mission? Oh, damn. What? Finally, seeming inclined to assume a more serious disposition, he stopped peering into my face and turned towards Otis. Though his hand still on my head. Alright, clear, there's some disconnection and expectations here. Listen here, you. I'm really not all about that hard bothersome more. Get what I mean? The real disconnect was between his stoic expression and the words coming out of his mouth. What? So let's talk about the kind of a fellow I am. Meet the resident layabout who's forced to do this job, with a frown too, I might add. Only when he's got absolute no other choice. You know, some big shot ain't do apparently been promoting me as folks. And I'd very much like to stop getting roped into stuff that keeps putting my life on the line. Fine, then why did you join the LCD in the first place if you'd rather be unemployed? No, never mind. They probably force you to stay. You catch on quick. First they spout nonsense about this distortion now, and then force hired me. Call me a company owned resource, whatever. And the other day they were on again. Huh. What's his name? Golden Ball? Yeah, they invited me on a tour to another department to listen on some important presentation. And I accepted. I thought it would be a fine opportunity to broaden my perspective. And there are times where commitment to duty shines brighter than the sun. I find it the attitude so dazzling that I have to squint when I'm looking at you. Who knows, maybe that's why I'm wearing this bamboo hat, to shade my eyes from your utter brilliance. Do you mean to say that you are in need of a shield to protect your eyes? That is, by assuming request of a pair of sunglasses from a mentor, only if it's not too much of an imposition of the budget, that is. That right here. That's what I keep telling you not to do. You can't just say yes to every silly thing he says and turn into supply requests. My expenses add up to a lot, you know. You gotta save up everything you can in the piggy bank while you still can, or you ended up broke. Is there truly no room for your consideration? No means no. Then pray make the purchase for me. I shall cover the cost myself. No, wait, what? My poor mentor is in a state of great discomfort, yet I possesses neither the wisdom nor the knowledge to navigate the silver tongue merchants and the maze of the stall to look at the very best item. So I must beg this favor of you. You'll give me a free headache, girl. Or that you and yours are no strain to such dealings. There is someone else I can trust to complete such a procurement with the swiftness of the wind. You know what? Never mind what I said. I'll just get it to you what you want. You heard then gently, Lily Mentor. Your suffering shall soon be alleviated. My apologies for interrupting you amid conversation. Pray continue. You had reached the part where they invited you to the another department to tour the department. No sooner the words left her lips than her eyes glinted with something I couldn't really put my finger on. But it was a strange intensity that sent a chill down to my spine. Yes, so that day I was just gonna relax here and watch some TV. Good on you for showing up to work today, I guess. Let's say there is a debt to be repaid. At least you understand that we're indeed in debt to the company. Yeah, I suppose I do. His gaze lingered on Hangdu's prosthetic arm as he answered. Oh, Miss Hangdu, your arms. After following gaze, the Sinclair seemed to notice Andrew's brand new prosthetic arms. Last time we saw her, Andrew had lost both her arms, and I remember Ezra asking her to sit tight and choose what type of prosthetic she wanted. Those arms are probably it. Just not the arms, and her gloves are different now, and that swore. Had this arm fitted, I knew as soon as the operation was concluded. The gracious host is one of the LCD teams that had prepared them in advance. With evident satisfaction, Aindu held up her dark metallic wrists as if it shone a case in them. The components fixed along her arm clicked and rattled, unfolding for a moment before neatly folding back to the place. Oh, such a graceful smoothness! Wet to machine articulation. This is as thought though I am beholding the marvelous prosthesis of the Lucius Siegfried himself. But the showcase would have gone lackluster without that trademark reaction. Those strikingly similar to Schwarzenegger's number 7 lineup, but I thought that model was discontinued. Nah, not theirs. It's one of the prototypes developed by LCD Phenomenal Deciphering Team, and they put it on her for a try. Doubt you'll find another like them. They're based on technology spun from distortions. Oh, I see. For a brief moment, Sinclair's eye lit up as he had glimpsed something that brought him back to a memory. Then, just as quickly, he felt silent. Whatever he'd wanted to say next, catching in his chest. Sorry for the mispronounce. Is something trouble you, Master Sinclair? It was hard to understand what shook the tender memory of his Sinclair and why it caused a shadow over his face. But sorry, just reminded me of something from a long time ago. But I used the real prosthetics before he passed away. I thought this was the exact same model I saw back then. It appears like the tactile arms have stirred painfully memory within you. For that, I apologize. It's all alright, I'm fine now. Sinclair's voice still carried a faint tremor, but beneath it, there was a firmness that had not been there before. He really had grown a great deal. You can thank yours truly for picking the sword. I was there with her. I did inform Lady Ezra that any blade that could serve as a weapon would suffice, but she insisted on browsing the goods. Teresa was given the opportunity to lay my eyes on every type of sword I could ever hope to see in this life, walking through the workshops during that day. Oh, please, God, we worked for just 4 hours. That's often. While everyone was distracted thinking Angdu's new outfit and equipment, Ken had quietly slipped away from the crowd and crouched down in a corner. Whereas rummaging through the things scattered on the floor, picked them up. Is he pocketing them? Anyway, what is this place supposed to be with all these things? It's basically a wreck now, but there are tropes like low backdrop over there. Maybe it used to be a photo studio? Oh, that'll explain why there are so many photos stuck around the place. Probably. This thing definitely looks like a camera at least. Sinclair picked up a small cylindrical object and turned it over his hand, studying it with curiosity. What do you suppose this is? A battery, maybe? Ah, there's some kind of a strip inside. Let me just pull it out. That's... They shouted a sharp warning. Sinclair she had realized something. But Marisol had drew it out before she could even finish. Clasping over Sinclair's wrist before the strip could be pulled off. What did I do? Exposure to sunlight damaged the objects. I already pulled it out a little bit though. Can't believe we run. carefully rotate it to the radius section of the cylinder. Oh wait, it's a old one cylinder things for the movies, right? Could be rewound. I'm currently blocking the cylinder from reaching the exposure section. Damage is of no concern. Okay, you mean this one, right? This is the part that rotates up. You win it back. But a guy in our Mercer took the object from Sinclair hands. Seems to be a film roll. Yeah, there is film roll. There is something written on the outside. Experiment number 4. It appears to be a compact roll for a film camera. Seem to have handled one before. Yes. Mercer ends this game without any further explanation. The way he adjusted the camera on the table certainly didn't look like that of a first time. I also received reports containing photographs taken on film cameras during the war. Film roll used by N-Corp are particularly difficult to falsify. They were often used to collect intelligence during secret operations. The film fixes slide directly onto the medium, from what I've heard. Peculiar expression flashed across Ezra's face as she regarded Otis. Perhaps it was the mention of war that caught her attention. Bro, Kim Ji-hoon really likes to talk about this smoke war, huh? I wonder if the next content of future game will be a smoke war. Anyway, we've managed to regroup in one piece. Let's come up with a plan to deal with this distortion, guys. Where should we begin? Then the next pair should return to her usual bubbly self and steer the conversation away from the subject. Both Ezra and I, we're both still trying to be free of the misconception we inflicted on ourselves. For all her unfailing predicate position, Ezra may be carrying traumatic memories even a bit as devastating as Gregor's. Does there yet remain all deserving elimination? Yeah, you're right. Haven't we cleared up the distortions already? I couldn't feel any more traces of distortions nearby, and it didn't seem like any other of the sinners elsewhere were actively engaged in the battle in the moment. That then is asking whether this social suppression has not, in fact, already been concluded. Oh no, not yet. Those people we fought just now, they only got caught up in the distortion. They didn't actually distort themselves. Haven't even gotten close to the distortion inflection point yet. Inflection point? Or inflection point? Anywho, finding an inflection point without a thing later around is gonna take some time. Maybe it won't be too bad with your help. Ezra swept her eyes around the room with a look of frustration, as though she had just been handed a puzzle box with half of the pieces missing. By inflection point, we're referring to the point on a graph in which the direction of its curvature changes. Cut into the mind of the present context. May less be a mathematical term and more of a specialized polyson referring to the point at which distortion occurs, the motive, intent, or indeed the point in which inflection of the mind occurs, or inflection, whatever. That's about right. That's the kind of inflection point I was talking about. So in our department we use that term to mean the source of a distortion, the inflector or a cause behind it, stuff like that. You know, the distortion's hard to treat at all if you don't know the core cause. Treat the symptoms you see on the surface all you like, but if you never find the root cause, the distortion never getting solved. So I guess you guys never really had to look. But I guess so. Those clocks open a door into their fathoms or whatever, right? You mean Dungeon of the Fathoms? Yep, that's right. From where we stand, the distortions are really high maintenance, time-consuming headaches, It's one thing to somehow manage to look at the inflection point, but curing it is another thing. But you guys can just march straight into someone's heart, knock this knot out of everything in there, and ta-da! Patient ready for discharge. That's how it works, huh? Not gonna lie, I was so jealous when I heard about it. I almost bit my sleeve off. Bill had thought your team would set about resolving distortion once the foe was vanquished, as we are wont to do. Was that not so? Worse not, why would anyone come to us with a distortion suppression request if it were that simple in the first place? But most of the time, thieves try to brute force approaches to it first, and when things go south, they send requests to the company or to our detective's office. That means the client this time must ping. Bingo! Apparently, the resident of Butter Street had all chipped into commission all kinds of agencies like this way, and a combat specialized fixers officer. But none of them could actually do things right, and the job got passed on to us. Meaning the distortion phenomenon related to this kind of photograph is still occurring and tracked somewhere on the streets. Exactly, that's why we gotta find something. Anything that might count as a clue. As I gaze down, the people lying on the floor with a complicated expression. Neat-ass gray suits and the logo on the collar on the uniform and briefcases. Hey, isn't that N-Corp logo? Come to think of it, wasn't Merceau? I was once employed by the N-Corp. Oh my god, dude, she can't do 3 image. What? You used to work with those people? Yeah, he did mention that he used to work at N-Corp. Maybe you can offer us some insight. Do you know who those guys are? Yes, manager. These are N-Corp Class 2 non-staff members. Given the camera briefcase in their possession, they are likely a member of the pinframe team of service de close. Mercer recited the information as though he were pulling in from the file he had already sorted out and placed it in the back of the shelf in his mind. Okay, pinframe team, huh? Anything you can tell us about them? It is one of the N-Corp's manufacturing department related to information gathering process. Their primary duties included the handling of the N-Corp's internal information, analysis of the N-Corp internal intelligence, the sorting and range of the N-Corp's internal information, and that ought to be enough. That ought to be enough. Oh, is he talking encyclopedia or something? Another thing to be jealous of. I think it'll be okay if we borrow him sometimes? Might be an issue for us if we just went and borrowed our thing encyclopedia. Looks like everyone agrees that he's an encyclopedia. Anyway, your encyclopedia is right. Therefore, N-Corp's pinframe thing. Seen them a few times before in N-Corp. But why would people already busy enough in dealing with the NAS affairs come all the way out to a shabby backstreet like this? Got any guesses? I am able to determine that. Hey? The possible range of connections between the two pieces of information exceedingly broad. Listing every relevant reason as to why they may have come here would require a considerable amount of time. Therefore, I will not present a determinative answer to that question. Huh? As a staring holes into me with unspoken, is this dude always like this? Wouldn't pull any answer from me, you know? Besides, aside from combat situation, I've still got no way to figure out what's going on, he said. Okay then, look at the Mercer. Maybe this will be easier to receive from objective point of view. That was when I noticed something I'd never imagined would happen. Mercer's eyes widened, his gaze fixing me with such a force that I could almost feel the faint tremor, a leveling stare that came with. There is no such thing as an objective point of view. Manager. A clip tone and look almost bordering on rebuke. Given judgment may be seen infinitely close to objectively, but ultimately all things are subjective without exception. I fell silent for a moment, lost in thought. Part of it was because my soul reaction had cut off me guard. But I also wondered whether this response might be connected to why he would always refuse to make judgments for himself. And if this has something to do with his turn, which I know is just around the corner, then tell me 3 subjective reasons you think are most likely for why these people had to come all the way into the back streets. I need to understand who he actually is as much as I can, because I'll never know when I got another chance to really get to know him if I brush this off with a simple "oh, I see, my bad as usual." Yes, manager, I would presume that their mission was one of all the following: retrieval of a video recording or recordings violations of an corpse taboo, prompt elimination of the violator, contact with that information in the backstreets, collaboration with the N-Corp nest, or identical NRS of a wanted individual or individual designated by the nest. Taboo? You mean these people could be taboo hunters? Nah, no way. They don't send out taboo hunts for every single violation, you know? Like means usually leave minor taboo violations to be handled by subcontracted fixer's office or employees of the departments in charge. I'd say these guys here are N-Corp staffs. Me saying, dude, what are you looking for in their pockets? I'm looking through the belongings for enlightenment clues yet to be hidden in the sleeve or the fold of the garment. Sorry. Lady Mosa has been gifted with the art of discerning the truth from what it lies before her with but a single glance. Yeah, my eyes are foreign to such a feat. Let me take a look to... This is a nameplate card. And okay, this one's a wallet, so let's put that back. We don't want to be robbers. Aha! This might be... It's an order missive. There's a bullet sheet of paper out of a corpse staff code and read its content out loud. Work details, elimination of the individual of category taboo 3 violation dress, Butler Street. This is the place, which means all of this thing might be pointing to something. Whoever used to work in the studio and the distortion phenomenon might be connected. And now that you mention it, when that whole popping change thing happened, it did kind of feel like it come in a flash. Alright, let's start by combing through this place. Let me know if you find anything suspicious. Oh, long last, half the hour arrived for my debut as a detective. Versa. There must be myths for not getting to play detective back in the corp. The way the rest should be keeping them. But she really pulled off the detective props that had been given to the audience, Rocio and Honglu back then. Really, I had foreseen that the day would come. Fortunately, others wasted no time putting an end to Doge on the belly time shenanigan. A sharp dressing down from her was enough to make our dejected killer couch venture stuff the costume away. Okay, we should get moving too. Wow, that was a longish chapter. Alright, I'm pretty tired already. Did the first 3 chapter introductions. So far, it's pretty interesting to see the N-Corp. But mainly that reaction for Merceau, that reaction was kind of really unexpected, huh? Really interesting. And it's pretty nice to see Aindu just being Aindu as usual. And Bamboo Hated King just being like a 360 from we have been told from like doing others what exactly bamboo hurricane is, you know. But yeah, it's kind of funny. But that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll be back and try to go as far as possible. Tomorrow I don't have anything else to do, right? But yeah. So bye.